Hi, I'm Nico and welcome to my channel. So for today's video, we will take a look at some products from HIRO Paints. A couple of days ago, my dad and I were talking about wanting to try out HIRO Paints, and we got in touch with Harvey, which is the co-owner of HIRO Paints along with his dad, and he gave us some paints to try out. So I'm filming this unboxing video on my dad's table because my table is super messy right now. Anyways, HIRO Paints is a local paint brand from the Philippines that is relatively new in the hobby world, but they've been in the paint industry since 2007. So it's safe to say that they know what they're doing. And as most of you know, I only ever paint with water-based paints. No reason other than I hate the smell of lacquer paints. So it's great because HIRO Paints have a water-based acrylic paint line which is perfect for miniature painting or brush painting in general. But I believe they will also be releasing a lacquer paint line sometime soon. And they also have a ton of texture paints to choose from. They have power paints which are equivalent to contrast paints by Citadel. They have shades which are washes, and they also have special effects like blood, rust, and all that. Plus, they also have scenic glues for dioramas, which is the equivalent of Mod Podge. Of course, they have primers, and lastly, they even have plastic putty. Basically, they have a ton of products to choose from. Everything you could possibly want, they have it. And at a very reasonable price too. So with that said, I'll be putting the link to their website so you can look at their catalog of endless products. And their Shopee page where my fellow Filipinos can buy their products. As for outside the Philippines, I heard that HIRO Paints are looking into expanding and taking their products to the international market sometime next year. But for now, you can also leave them a message on their Facebook page and see if they could ship to your country. And so I have here with me the two most popular sets, which are the basics, set A and set B. And I also got the power paints, which is actually for my dad. And they also gave me the shades or the washes. So each box includes 8 30 ml colors, which is almost double the amount compared to Vallejo paints. And here's the kicker, they are actually a bit cheaper than Vallejo. So HIRO Paints retails for around 120 pesos or roughly around $2 per bottle. Some products are around 150, 180 pesos or 250 to $3. Even the texture paints are only $250 a bottle. Personally, I think it's dirt cheap. Like, I could empty out one full bottle of texture paint for one project and it wouldn't even matter. It's that cheap compared to other texture paints, which is just crazy to think of. Basically, what I'm saying is that HIRO Paints are super affordable and readily available, especially for us Filipinos, which is really great and saves you a ton of hassle. Anyways, I mentioned how these are made for brush painting, so the consistency is a bit on the thick side. Although I imagine that they would be quite easy to use for airbrushing as well. But that's for another video that I will be doing soon. For now, let's just take a quick look at the colors and the quality of the paints. This is the first time that I'm testing these paints because I literally just got them yesterday afternoon and quickly made a video. And by the way, same with all other paint brands, be sure to mix or shake the bottles first before using them. I didn't do it to some of the paints, I was just excited to try them out. But rest assured, I'll be doing a more in-depth video where I can show and tell you a bit more detail about these paints once I test them properly. So the consistency of the HIRO paints reminds me a little bit of Vallejo game colors. It's not too thick and you just need to add a bit of water before it's ready for brush painting. And another thing that I was impressed about with these paints is the fact that it dries really matte. I was expecting it to be glossy or with a satin finish, but it dries in a very beautiful matte finish. As for the shades or the washes, they act exactly how a wash should be. A wash is a very thin paint mix which is transparent and perfect for weathering or panel lining. The shades looks very promising, but I can't give a comment just yet since I haven't tried them out properly, so I'll probably do that in another video. And And then we have the power paints. So these are equivalent to Citadel contrast paints, which is more for miniature painting, but it will also be perfect for filtering your Gunpla or your other model kits. So my dad will do a video about the power paints since he knows more about that, but I'll also make a video about it soon. And then we have the texture paints. I do a lot of dioramas and I use a lot of texture paints, so I feel like I know what the consistency should look like. And I think HIRO Paints got it right. So I mentioned earlier how one bottle of this texture paint is only around $250 compared to other texture paints from other brands that can go for $13 to $15 a bottle. And I'll be doing a more in-depth video about these as well, since I have to test it first and see the finished result before I share it with you guys. So this one is actually not a texture paint, it's a medium which is very similar to Vallejo's Crackle Medium. So basically, the surface cracks when you put it, and I will go into a bit more detail about this on another video. And there you have it. So this is what the paints look like after it dries. It actually dries a bit fast, or maybe it's just hot. So as you can see, it's really matte, and then we have the power paints and the shades. And that's about it for today's video. I can't really go into much more detail about the paints and the quality and how it works because I've yet to try them out. But I will be doing a lot more videos about this and sharing what I know with you guys. And so my first impression with HIRO Paints is that it's very affordable. Like, you can grab a complete set and it wouldn't even dent your wallet. Plus, it's very high quality as well. They did not sacrifice quality for affordability, if that's even a word. But yeah, I'll be doing a lot more videos about these paints soon, so do subscribe if you haven't already. And finally, before the video ends, I wanted to say a quick thank you to Harvey for providing me with all these awesome HIRO paints. And also, I wanted to let you guys know that I have a Patreon account. So if you want to see more behind-the-scene photos, work in progress, and early access to my videos and PDF tutorials, do become a Patreon at the link below. And another great way to support the channel and support me is by using my discount code Nico Suratos to get 5% off your next purchase at Rise of Gunpla. And I earn a small commission every time you do so. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye!